everyone, welcome back to another video. And just quickly do the old spin and everything. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I really appreciate it. Give me a big thumbs up if you like this video, and also leave me a comment down below what you think of this idea. So this is a video request. I do have some people send me requests and ask me to do certain different things, and everything. This was a tissue box. A lot of people, what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? Buy the actual kits. But they can be quite pricey. That's what I personally think. So I've been tasked with the challenge of coming up with a tissue box. I forgot to grab one when I finished work the other day. So I popped down to my local co-op and buy a box. And yeah, so obviously it's going to... Obviously all... like, I don't know if other countries are the same, but here we have like loads of different sizes. This is the only size we had in my local co-op. So yeah, I'm gonna have to, what I might do is do it, but do the old sides a bit longer, because I know like the top is usually about this big, I think, if I remember rightly. The sides are usually just a bit deeper. I could be wrong. I haven't bought box of tissues in a while, so I could just be talking out total rubbish. But yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I did think about it for a good few days, how I was gonna do it. And what I came up with was kind of a way how the other tissue boxes are, so you don't have to worry about being one use and one use only. So yeah, let's change the old camera angle around and I'll show you what in my head I've come up with. It might not work, but we're going to give this a good go. All right, so I'll take it apart, the tissue box, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the inside a circle first. Then I'm going to pinpoint the corners. Right. Then, very lightly, this is just a template for the top. Join these four corners up. We want this to be slightly bigger. Bit card here. I can't find my big ruler. Keep losing it. If you want to up the top, I'll lose the plug anyway. Oh. Then I'm going to go corner to corner with my bit of card, and then do .5 bigger. Overall, that'll make it a whole centimetre bigger. 0.5 bigger. We want the top to be a bit bigger, so we can easily just slide the old what do you call it? The tissue box over the other tissue box. That is what I came up in my old head. In my crazy head. You know when you just have these ideas, you just think, oh, I'm going to do it this way. This might not even work, so We will find out. Right, so that is slightly bigger. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this, I don't know, oh Jesus, I'm breaking everything. Bringing my old trusty bit of board that I use for cutting and, well, you name it, I use it. I need my old... Right, so I found me trusty ruler. And now I'm just going to get it right, John. Done the template for the box. I hope you guys can see okay. Yes, you can. Let me just check. So I just saw I've done it and I made it slightly bigger, so hopefully we can just slide it over the top. So now I'm going to think what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the parts separate and then stick them together. So I think maybe that way I can get it more straight. It makes sense. And also definitely know then I can do stick the other bits to the outside. Then I know that I'm going to be all right. That makes sense. It makes sense in my mind. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys at all. It makes sense in my crazy mind. Right, so let's draw around this. Could be doing this like a really long-winded way, and if you think of an easier way to do it, you know, let me know. It's always interesting to see if people think like, oh, I might have done it this way instead of that way. And so what I can do is I can, if I use the lines from these and go out a bit, I can, so I'm going to go 7 centimetres. Or should I go 6 down? Let's go 6.5 just to be on the safe side. So we know it's not going to be too big. Mark it on here where 6.5 centimetres is. And then I can use this, line it up with the old edges. And then mark the corners. Now what I'll do, I'm going to cut that out completely and then stick it on the side, if that makes sense. And then I'm going to do the old same for the edge. Just check my rulers match. Yeah. I think, if I'm rightly, I need to do like the edges slightly bigger, so then where it meets and overlaps, so what we'll do the edges slightly bigger. I can always trim it down if I've done the edges too big. Because it'll be much easier to trim it down than making it bigger. I use the back side of the ruler because I just find it easier when I'm doing like things like this. Obviously it's on like a bit of like cork, and I find it, I can't always get it perfect. So yeah, right, so that's our rough guide. It's not perfect, it is nowhere near perfect, but hopefully it will work. Please let it work, please let it work. I've got my board underneath to protect my table, and I'm gonna have to go pretty hard at this. So obviously, because these produce boxes are really thick, So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start at one edge. Oh. And we'll go for it. Because obviously in these produce boxes, there's several, and I'm pretty sure I'm now hitting the old. Yeah, I'm through. Being very careful not to go all the way here because I've got too thingy. So what I'm going to do is, you know what I'm doing here, so I'm going to skip to time lapse and then carry on, alright? All my bits and everything. Obviously it's not the most prettiest of jobs because obviously I'm doing this by hand, but I still think it looks all right. So obviously I'm going to go so I might go like that so it gives it a little bit of extra space. So I know I did give it a slightly bit more space, but be safe than sorry, go like that. Because obviously the tape's going to cover the top anyway. And then I did do the sides bigger anyway. And then the sides will fit on almost perfectly. Or I could go like that. Then I'll get a straighter thing. And then I can always just cut a bit off and slot it inside there like that. So yeah, let's stick this together and then see how we go on. Yeah, I'm gonna call it right. So I've cut out all my pieces and everything. I did slightly mess up. So when you do these side bits, go bigger than what I did. Right, I've had to cut them down to fit inside. Otherwise, I would honestly say do it on the outside to make sure your box is big enough for your tissue box. So I'm going to go like this instead of my original plan of going like on the outside like that. That was my original plan. So I've got my old super glue and I'm going to try not to stick myself to everything like I always do. So I'm going to do a line. My hands ain't too steady either. I'll try and get this to stick straight. Obviously it's not dead straight because my hands ain't the steadiest. As long as I can get it fairly straight. Oh, what's going on there? I think that's going on that. No, it wasn't. That's going on the outside. Stick some super glue on this bit. If not, I'm pretty sure PVA will work. I'm just doing super glue just for the quickness, but oh, it stinks. Absolutely stinks. I'm going to go to the PVA because this isn't not wanting to work on me. Right, so I've stuck it all together. It's nowhere near perfect, but it's together. And yeah, so I'm going to leave this to dry for a bit, and then I'm going to sit outside in the garden and we're going to decorate out there because it's a beautiful day again and I do not want to miss the weather again. So yeah, I'm going to get this, let it dry for a bit, and then we're going to sit in the garden and we're going to do it out there. How does that sound, everyone? All right, I'll catch you back in a second. Right, so I have changed positions and come outside because it's too nice to be stuck indoors on a day like this. So yeah, definitely did not want to be stuck indoors on a day, you know, it's just too nice. It's beautiful outside. So I'll come different part of the garden and I've got under the tree. The only problem is when I have people walk past, they're going to be able to see me here more than what they normally could. I'll show you what I mean. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to sort the garden. It's still a mess, I'm afraid. But yeah, that is, you can see, people can see right in my back garden. So yeah, so it is basically out. It's just sunk when I set my big bum down. So it is basically dry. It's nothing pretty to look at all, and I need to get some more double-sided tape because you can see this is what I'm down to, and the thinner rolls. But we make do with what we got, eh? So I'm going to stick on the old double-sided tape, as that's what I like to use. And yeah, like I said, this by no means is it perfect, you know. But I'm pretty sure if you had more time than me to do this in, yours will come out a lot better than mine. Mine's a little bit on the old skewiff, but that's alright, isn't it? Makes it a little bit more unique. So I'm going to sit here, get all the double-sided tape on it, and then I'll see you guys in a minute when I've done it, because you don't want to sit here watching me do the, you know, put on the old double-sided tape for however long it's going to take me to do it. That's not going to be, you know. Oh god, she's out there. So if any of you remember my early videos when I was doing the patio table outside, yeah, she's out there. Hence why I'm stuck in the corner over here, because I don't want her. It sounds horrible, I don't want her bugging me. Yeah, I sound horrible, I know. But I value my privacy, and I don't get no privacy with her at all. I'm going to catch you all back in a minute, and yeah, alright. Why is it? I just decided, right, I just finished like doing the whole thing in the old masking tape, and now the wind picks up and I'm just about to start actually decorating. Isn't that always the way? The wind's like, no, right, here I am. Everything else. Yeah, I'm just gonna go, you know, my jazzy random things I do. That's what I'm going to do with some specials and rounds. So I'm going to do rounds this time. So these are all the round spares I've got. I don't have nowhere near as many as squares, obviously, because where I've mainly done squares over the years, that's what's built up. But there's a couple of people who very kindly said they will send me their spares, so they go to Good Juice. So hopefully they will be here in a couple of days, and I'm very excited to get them, because it's gonna, and there's someone, Graham's gonna send me his like non-DMC rounds, which is perfect, and some special ones that his daughter, you know, special shapes, because she does the special shape diamond paintings. So she's going to send me, he's going to send me her spares and his non-DMC spares, because he made those rounds, which will be perfect because you know that I'll use them. And somebody else on one of my posts said they wanted to send me some spares too, which was really nice of them. So then I would make good use out of them, because she didn't want them going in the bin, but she never knew what to do with them. And she said, if I send them to you, then I know they'll be put to good use and they won't just go in the bin, which they will, obviously, as you guys know. You know, some of my projects I do use up a lot of spares, and yeah, so I am just going to be doing random patterns. I don't, you know me, I don't ever normally follow anything specific. I just go for it, really. I just make the old patterns up as I go along, and sometimes I find, you know, you can just, like with the patio table, the chest of drawers, you can come up with some really nice things when you just do random patterns. So that is my plan. So I was like, stuck on a special one, and I'm just gonna like pick out these ones. No, they're not. I thought they might be glow in the dark ones. Yeah, I'm just gonna pick random colours and just go for it, really. If the wind does keep picking up a bit too much, and I'll have to go back indoors, which I don't want to do, because I wanted to enjoy the sun for a bit. time lapse for a bit so you guys can watch it on time lapse, alright? So, change your scenery again. I've decided to pop up to Mum's because my mum sat in her garden doing hers. Say hi, Mum. Hi. She's a little shy. But yeah, she's working on her patio table. Mum, let me pick it up and show them. She's working on a little like bistro table. She's doing like rainbow and she's going to put the date on and everything. I think she's doing a really good job there. It looks fab. And I sent her a picture of mine, so when I was in my garden, and she sent me a picture of her, so she was in her garden doing it. So I thought, do you know what? I'm going to come up here and sit with me mum. I said, I'm going to do the me tissue box as she's doing her table. I thought it'd be quite nice just to sit here together in the garden and do it. So yeah. Hey mum.
Yep.
A lady of many words is my mum. So we are going to get cracking and then I'll do a bit of time lapse and everything, alright? So I'm going to leave it there. It's obviously going to be a multi-part series again, which I know some of you don't mind at all because it means you've got something to look forward to the next week. So yeah, so obviously I've done all the outside, done all the tape and everything, build the box and everything, and I've got that far so far. What do you think if I can just put it back into the sun a bit? Hopefully you can see it sparkling up as well. So yeah, I think it's going to look really, really pretty when it's done. So I haven't gotten very far into decorating it, but as we know, it's all a process. So yeah, let me know what you think below in the comments of this. I'll show you where my mum's got up to on her table as well. Also, if you haven't already, please subscribe. I really appreciate it, and give me a big thumbs up if you like this video. So what I'm going to do is kind of carry the camera over and show you guys what my mum's done. This is what my mum's done so far. What do you guys think? I think she's done a fab job on her table. She's doing the dates at the moment over there. Obviously I don't know if everywhere else has done this, other countries, but we all did like rainbows for COVID and everything. I'll show you another rainbow she's did. And she's also done this rainbow as well. And there's loads and loads and loads of little holes in it because she's got solar lights, like rainbow solar lights in it. So it should come, and at night it looks really cool because there's obviously all different rainbow colour in it. I'm not very steady at holding it. So thank you very much for watching. From me and my mum. Say goodbye, Mum.
Bye.
and I shall see you all in the next video. Thanks very much for watching, everyone. Bye.